Welcome back, folks, for the 9.6 recommended mods and XVM settings video. Now, unlike the European server as well as the Russian server, the North American server just got this patch like 2 days ago. So this video is kinda late, but whatever, what can I do about it? So as always, I'll demonstrate how my garage looks like and how my gameplay plays like with these mods. Then I'll show you where you can find these mods and how to install them. So the same layout as my previous mod videos. Now, the last video for mods, which is the 9.5 patch, took like 50 minutes or so, which is kind of ridiculous. So this time around, I only do one sound mod, and it is the Kriegstreiber sound mod. It sounds amazing, I assure you, but he did a good job for this patch. So, alright. And lastly, we'll have the miscellaneous stuff, like the changes to HARDscope, which is the historically accurate crosshairs for the tanks. So there's a few tweaks, and I'll talk about it when it comes up, but yeah, you need to manually code it into the game, which is not that hard, but it's annoying. So alright, there's a few counterproductive features, which is basically the minimap mods with the actual game developers instead of XVM. So you need to turn that off. There's a few changes with XVM, so I'll talk about that. There's a few skin mods, I'll tell you how to install them. And lastly, we have the personalized 6 cents icon. So they changed that around too, but I'll show you what to do. And you can always click on my face cam to go back here and click on the links on the screen to go to wherever you want to go, because watching this whole video will take around like 30 minutes or so. So yeah, it's a little bit better than my 9.5 mod video, which took like 50 minutes, but yeah, we'll deal with it. So here we go. And here's a demonstration of my garage with various mods on. Now the first thing you notice is that this T32 looks holy shitballs amazing. So it's a skin mod, but yeah, it looks amazing. So I'll tell you how to install these later, obviously, but alright. So the second thing you notice is that this is a premium account hangar or garage, but I have a standard account. So it's a mod that turns on the premium hangar for you. So it looks a lot prettier than the normal crappy one in the basement. So that's always nice. You also have a lot of stats for various tanks in your carousel. So stats like the 1% chance for your tanks, number of battles fought, average damage per battle, number of marks of excellence, and tiers for this tank. So basically, premium tanks that have preferential matchmaking, like the T14, only sees up to tier 6 in the battle brackets. So it's very handy to see which tier has which battle rating and whatnot. So that's always nice. There's a filter for the carousel as well. So unlike the normal filters you get with the different nations and different types of tanks, you also get the tier filter, which lets you to choose which filters you want or which tiers you want. So that's pretty cool. So basically you can choose to play tier 6 or tier 8 or tier 6, 7, 8. Very handy. You also have a filter for different types of tanks like premium or premium and normal. So that's basically every tank. Alright, so a lot of filter options, which is very handy. You also get actual stats for your stats page, I guess. So actual stats like your actual gun reload time, actual view range, and actual signal range, which is handy if you're playing like tank destroyers, which needs the view range, or light tanks or something like that. So very handy actual stats. And lastly, we have the actual or your game stats, your personal efficiency rating when you click on vehicles in your service records. So as you can see, this tab is basically your stats if you're a statistics based person, I guess. So that's pretty much it. So garage is a lot of stuff, and it won't slow down your computer, which is great because it gives you more stats without turning to the different pages and stuff like that. So yeah, alright, this is the garage. Pretty simple, right? So let's play a game with the T32. And here's a gameplay footage. Now basically, as you can see, there's a lot of stats with the introduction screen or loading screen. So stats Ahoy. Alright. And I'll show you when you press the control right now, you can see a bigger mini-map, which is great. When you press the Alt key, you can see the hit points bar on the top. So the last known hit points of various enemies is displayed up there. So very great, very good. You can see the mini-map with the blue view range circle, which is your actual view range. The yellow circle is your maximum view range, and the red square is your draw distance. Notice the engine sound as well as the gun sounds, but I'll shut up right now. It sounds amazing! So yeah, it sounds a lot better than 9.5, so thank God. It sounds amazing. Alright, tier 8 battle. Also notice when the 6th sense icon pop up, because it's my own personal 6th sense icon. Panther 88 spots me. I'm back to take a shot. Yes. I have a turret front. You can trade shots if you want, you just bounce. So there's no artillery to demonstrate artillery sounds, but I'll probably do an artillery match to demonstrate artillery. Ah, god dang it. Missed that shot like a donkey. There goes your health. Come on, be slow. No, don't you dare. God dang it. Alright, time to go help out. DLC, use a bold. Get out of here. Get out of here. So notice the 6th sense icon. There's a Panzer 4. That Panzer 4. That sounds amazing. You hear that? Whoosh! That sounds holy awesome balls. Alright, we have a CDC. That's the first time we see one, or first time I see one. This Panther. Come on, man, you know you wanna. KB. I took a hit. Won't get hit by the Panther 88. Let's try angle a little bit. Back up. I need the T69 to spot him for me. Oh, he's out of shots. Never mind. Alright, let's go help out with the T69. I'll help the T69 with the Panther. We have to go back to base pretty soon, but for now, let's take care of that Panther. And the VK. I'm drowning. Frontal slope armor. Actually hits me? Oh no. Oh no. No. I'm not falling for that one. Team is losing. Come on, guys. I need you to do something. Scheiße. I'm trying to watch two sides. I'm being flanked. And being flanked is not good. So let's push up. Push up. Bounced. Let's ram!
Let's find another target. Target acquired. Got him.
Alright. SU-100Y. We'll take care of him.
Ready to fire.
Gun depression.
Penetration. Target unlocked.
He fired.
Ready to fire. I don't see the target.
Go back to base. So you can hear the gun sounds with the whoosh. It sounds amazing. So you can see with the hit log, or they call it. That's where your damage on top. So this is your hit log. I use gold with different sparkles. So whenever you shoot somebody with gold ammo, it's sparkly different. So if you shoot somebody with APCR, it will be silver. If you shoot somebody with high explosive anti-tank, it will be gold. So you can see the sparkles right now when I shoot somebody. But I need to shoot somebody to see that. So gave me a tank to sparkle on. There's a lion. They all went back? Oh. Alright, let's go sparkle somebody. There's 87. Oh, yay, yay!
Target acquired.
Sparkle!
Penetration.
So you can see the last known positions of various enemies on your map, like here.
Target released.
Sparkle!
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So that's APCR. It sparkles silver. The gold, the high explosive anti-tank will sparkle gold. So, hello lion. No, I'm out. They call me a stat peddler when I'm trying to demonstrate gold and sparkles. Whatever, guy. We don't need you. We don't need you. I try to demonstrate the sparkles. He calls me a stat peddler. Alright, lion. That Tiger 88 is around there somewhere. See how good.
We've lost the track.
That's fine. You can hear the damage sound, so that sounds pretty good. I just have to bait
Track
it.
repaired. Drive on.
He knows how to side scrape. I'll give him that. Ow, that hurts. Come to Borsig, save me. I'll stat paddle the crap out of you.
Ready to fire.
No. Where's the Yak Tiger 88?
Target unlocked.
Hello.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Ha 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 ha! I know how to side scrape too.
Target acquired. Target unlocked. Penetration.
Oh my god! Is he using the 150? Alright, no more sparkling. I'm running out of money. So you can see with the high explosive anti-tank as well as the APCR. So, oh, never mind. Ram him!
Ready to fire. Target lost.
Oh, he's using the non-high explosive anti-tank. Alright, so you can see the sparkles and other stuff, which is pretty good. So that's always nice. So, nice high caliber, nice high slap, nice high caliber. Can't even talk. So yeah, I don't want to stat pedal with gold ammo because that 88 was like, you stat peddler, you're using gold on me. I'm demonstrating, all right. It just so happens you'd be there. Now let's play a game with artillery to see the difference in artillery sounds, as well as the artillery gun sights or battle assistant, as they call it. So you can see the difference. I'll use high explosive anti-tank for 1 round or something like that. That's actually a bad idea, but you can see the gold sparkles later on. I totally should use the T-71 as a demonstration because that tank has both APCR and high explosive anti-tank, whereas this tank, or most tanks, have only one kind of special ammo. Alright, but artillery gameplay, it might be boring, but deal with it. Oh my god. 79% win chance. Jesus. Let's be cheeky. You use high explosive anti-tank for the first shell. Cheeky bastard. I probably will miss. It'll be funny. God damn it.
Bewegung!
So you can hear the tank clicks as it turns, which is amazing. So it's like turret traverse, but it's still amazing balls. Amazing balls. So tier 8 match. We're playing tier 7 artillery. Right. Stat teller. Use gold ammo all the time. Alright. I'll be here. So you can see the traverse lines with any tank or tank destroyer or artillery that has limited arc on the gun. So that's very useful. So that's always good. Very good. Jackson, T69, hammering the shit out of that T20. I have no shots. So if you go into sniper mode, if you press G, or if you press, that's G. So basically if you go like, I need something better to demonstrate. Like press G, you can see the sniper or artillery assistant mode, and that's pretty handy. You can also hear the different splashes with the sounds with artillery shots. So let's turn and save somebody. Never mind, he's dead. Click, 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 click. It sounds like a roller coaster. It's a Cromwell. That's even better. Alright. Artillery is patience. Incarnate. What the hell was that for? There's nobody there. Alright, Tiger 2. Alright, there's a lot of people over there, so we'll shoot over there. Mostly tier 8s. We'll shoot the Tiger 2 because that's our job. He is moving pretty fast. He is slowing down. He should slow down. I'm using high explosive anti-tank. I forgot. Sam, you're such an idiot. You're using. Okay, fuck it. We'll high explosive anti-tank the shit out of these two heavy tank. I need to demonstrate the gold. Come on, I need to gold somebody. Oh. Is he tracked? No, he's not. He's tracked now. Alright, don't never mind. He's like, don't fail me now. Oh, he's on the IS? We can do that. Please hit him!
Das muss wehtun.
Okay, you saw the gold, right? That was the gold splash of the high explosive anti-tank. But I hit him in the tracks, so it did nothing. Ah, you idiot! Alright, there's nobody to spot for me, so might as well shoot somewhere else. Alright, so you get the gist. So that's always nice. So you don't need damage panel, because I think the damage panel down here is cheating. So you could have it, but that's not pretty fair. So I just use this gold ammo thingy majig. That hit. There's no high explosion. High explosion. Alright, high explosive. Oh, we'll keep loading shells. Yeah, hit him for like 400 damage or so. 500-ish. Alright. At the ass end of a... Never mind. No shots. Hit him! Yeah!
Gegnerisches Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
Get the Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet. Okay, he is toast. He should be toast. He's still clutching on. Come on, toast him. Toasty. Only did like 700 damage this entire match. Nice! Good deep crack. He's dead. Son of a bitch. Yes, he's dead. Missed. Goddamn accuracy nerf. You guys are not fair. Alright. You should be dead. Should be. Alright. Turret sides. Kaplowy!
Kritischer Treffer!
Alright, that's good. He's dead to one hit. Target 2. Are they still messing around with the T-34-1? Alright, thank you. Load, unloading, loading. He's dead. Okay, cheeky shots. He's detract. This shot is kinda cheeky. I knew it. It's obviously cheeky. Alright. So that's how you play artillery. Oh, that's how I demonstrate artillery sounds, so to speak. Ooh. Boink. Bam. Actually sounds boink. That is a good demonstration of the sounds. Run, wolf monster! Run! There you go, kill him. There you go. Nice. Old force of habit. I have to move after I shoot. This WZ is cheeky. He's using the 100mm. Alright, distract with gold. Jesus. The AT-7 is spamming gold like crazy. So that's a demonstration of how the mods look like and sound like, which is pretty nice in my opinion, because the sound mods really adds to the atmosphere, as well as the different skin mods, but it's mostly the sound mods. Now, I would have better graphics, but my computer cannot handle it, so yeah. So as you can see, there's an accuracy rating with your damage assisted and damage dealt, your win percent chance at battle tier. Battle tier 10? The frick? It's not battle tier 10. What am I talking about? Good job to the WZ131 player. He did pretty good. So, alright. Alright, major warning before you do anything. Always back up your files. So basically, you don't want to re-download the whole game and waste like an hour to a whole day of downloading this game again. So, back up your shit. Now, what is important to back up is the res folder. So go to your res, and the most important folder in here is the audio folder. So try to have a copy of this folder before you do anything to the game. So always back up that folder. But if you can, back up the whole res folder. That's the most used folder for mods, as well as the res mod. But you can just basically clean out and delete everything in res mod without any penalty. So always back up your res folder. So do that. Alright. And here's how you can find these mods and install them. Now this time around, it is a lot easier than it was for 9.5 because the sound mods actually works with the mod pack from Aslain. So all you have to do is install Aslain's XVM mod with the mod pack, and that's it. So pretty simple. But if you don't want to, or if there's some problems with the XVM mod pack, you can go to Kriegstreiber's webpage for the sound mods, but use Google Chrome and translate, or Google and translate, or you can go to Gnomefather's blogspot and download the gun sounds and sound mod. But this time around, I'm using the Kriegstreiber's gun sounds and engine sounds and hit sounds, and yeah, I'll demonstrate. Alright, so all you have to do is go to this webpage. I'll provide you the link in the description below. So go to this webpage. Go to, where the frick? Go to download. Click to download. Go to this one. Pretty simple. Go to here. Go to direct. And download this. Pretty simple, right? Now, if the later version made after this video is not compatible or insufficient, I'll provide you with the older version, version 0.4.2.18. So I'll provide you with my version, which works, which is basically his version, but he doesn't post the older version, so whatever. So once you download this file, you have it right here. So this one right here. So run as admin, and it will pop up. You click yes. You choose English or whatever language you want to choose. You click run, and we'll wait. It's a big file, so it's a lot of stuff to load in. Alright, we'll wait. But it's pretty simple this time around, so a lot of good stuff. So my version is 0.4.2.18 or 0.4, whatever. So this version actually works for me. I don't know if later version will work as well, but I'll give you guys this version. So I'll provide you with a link in the description below. So don't panic. So once you download it, click next, click next, click next. Choose your World of Tanks folder directory, click next, and here we go. So this will take a while. So color scheme is default green versus red, which I use. Simple. The vehicle contour icons. This is basically fancier icons for different tanks in the game. So little icons on top. You can have a fancier version of that, but too much fanciness is too much crap. So I just go with original. So you can see with the descriptions. So original icons. You can choose like fancy stuff like sparkly, whatever, you know, other crap. You don't need it, so don't really need it. Just use normal ones. All right. And the rest of these are shadow markers, which is you don't need it. So basically stuff like vehicle color by anime, a bunch of other colors and shit. You don't need it, so click that off. Don't need this shit. We don't need it. Click that off. So the rest of these you don't need it. Trust me, you don't need it. Alright, here is the XVM settings. You need battle loading stats with this one. So this will give you the stats of your game. So that's important. Show stats in the battle loading tab, whatever screen. Show stats with the tab key. That's nice. You need to have the normal transparency, in my opinion. They don't show that. Alright. You need to have a medium panel. Narrow for the first one, because too much stuff is too much stuff, so narrow is fine. Here is the minimap settings. So you need to show the detection range circle. So this is the maximum view range of different tanks. So the maximum view range is always 445 meters. Maximum draw distance is the red square. So this red square will show you which tanks will appear on your screen. So that's basically the draw distance. And the blue circle is your normal view range. So basically different tanks have different view range. The blue circle is basically your actual view range instead of the maximum view range. Alright. You want to show gun camera direction line, which is important. We already saw that with the STA2 impression video. So I like to have the gun traverse lines, which shows on the different tank destroyers, as well as the camera direction line. You need to have the icons for destroy tanks. So basically, if you have somebody blocking your road, you can see it on your mini-map before you go down that road. So, which is good. Better visibility on the front or front. Alright. You want to have labels on the mini-map and full vehicle names. You want to enable the mini-map zoom with Kataro. And you want to have the vehicle tiers with the Alt key. So when you press the Alt key, you also see the HP, the hit points left of various tanks. So that's always nice. You need to have default XVM logs to 5 lines, in my opinion. 5 lines is good. You can have 0, but 5 lines is good. Show server ping. That's always nice. 6 colors based on Aslain, or you can use the 6 colors based on XVM scale, but just different colors, doesn't really matter. Now, XVM stats. If you want to compare yourself to Jingles or Quickie Baby, they use EFF. I use Win8, but it's just basically different math. So basically you can choose to go with EFF, or you can choose a Win8, or you can choose whatever. But different people have the different stats, so the stat scale is not that different. So, alright. You can have different icons, so choose one of them for now. So choose, for example, the yellow sign icon for now. So trust me on it, just choose it for now, and we'll do it later, but ignore what I have. You can choose a sound clip played when your 6th sense go off. which is nice, but meh. And here's the rest of the settings. You can choose the price button in the research tech tree. You can choose the mastery mark in the tech tree. You can choose the carousel stuff. So basically I use one line, but you can have multiple lines, like 2 rows, which is fun if you have a good computer, or big enough screen, but I have 1 row, like default. You can have different icons, mastery mark with different stats and other stuff. So, nice. Now I use a zoom mod, which is beneficial if you have a sniping tank. So I use 30 times zoom with 6 steps. So this is the one. I have a zoom out mod, so you can see around corners, which is legal, so 500 meters away. It's also beneficial if you're playing artillery, so trust me on it, you won't be disappointed. Alright, and the rest of these stuff is crap. You don't need it. Nah, you don't need it. Too much stuff will slow down your computer and your game, so you don't really need that shit. Too much garbage. Now, here is the crosshair mod. So I'll tell you how you can tweak this HARDscope. This is what I use. But what happened is the developers for this mod changed their minds on how to tweak it. So originally you can change the crosshairs within the game by go to crosshairs and just change it. But now somehow they made it so you can only change it with the actual files in the directories. So you have to open up the original files with the editor, like a Notepad++, to edit the code for it. But I'll show you how you can do that, but it gets pretty annoying. So this is still what I use. Alright. I have the battle assistant for artillery. So press G or press the mouse wheel button to go into artillery mode, so you can use the predator missile like view range or view stuff, optics. Alright. And rest of these stuff is garbage, so you don't need it. Don't need it. Now, I already talked about damage panel. And what damage panel is, it shows you who hits you with what type of ammo and how much damage it does. In my opinion, it's not that fair because it tells you who shot at you. For example, a T-71 shot at you with no damage. But you're not supposed to know who shot at you because it's a shell. So this is kind of cheating. So basically you can just pseudo spot different people on the map based on whoever shoots at you, obviously. So I don't even use damage panel because I think it's cheap. It is banned on the European server, I think, or Russian server, one of which, but I think it is cheap and it's not that good. So basically I just use the sparkling silver ammo and gold ammo. So what that do is when you hit somebody and when it penetrates, it will do a splash of gold or silver. So the sparkles that you saw with my video. So I like this way better. So you can tell whoever is shooting at you with gold or silver or both. So alright. And rest of these stuff is crap. You don't need it. You can tweak by disabling a lot of stuff like the smoke effects or flame effects if your computer doesn't run that fast. But I know a lot of competition or tournament players that disable a lot of these stuff because they want to see past the smoke and see past the foliage or trees or whatnot, which is, in my opinion, kind of crap because you're taking the fun parts out of this game. Now, if I can have a better foliage or grass on my computer, I probably would, because that adds to the immersion of this game. It makes it more atmospheric. But I cannot have that because my computer sucks. These players hardly have good computers, but disable these stuff because they want to have advantage of looking through different stuff like smoke. In my opinion, that just destroys the game. So yeah, it's your choice, but I don't want it. So leave that shit alone. You don't need it. It's all crap. And rest of these is crap. Here is the garage mods. So you can choose to have different crews for your garage, like anime, which is nice, but I didn't have it, so whatever. You want to have the, what the hell is the garage mod? Here it is. So basically what this does is, it's a built-in garage. You can have different ones, like this one is minimalistic, the Bat Cave, the Miku hanger, I like this one, anime. But if you press 4 or 6 on the number pad, you can switch from different garage, like the standard garage with a premium one, and a few other ones, like the snowy one for Christmas and stuff like that. So there are a few that's already in the game, but it's only for events. So you can use this to turn it on, but this is what I use. And the rest of these stuff is the gun sounds. So you want to have the Kriegstreiber gun sound. You want to have the Kriegstreiber's engine sound, hit sound, and turret traverse. So this is what I have. And the rest of these is alright. You can have the ambient sound, but that would take up a lot of space, so it's kind of big, so I don't have it, trust me. And the rest of these is crew sounds, which I don't have, which I don't even need, so you can have different crews. That's always fun. I wonder if they do female crews. They do, but they don't separate it from the male ones. That sucks. And the rest of these is pretty much different skins and different, like if you destroy a tank, it becomes white. So you don't need that shit. So the rest of these is crap, and that's pretty much how you can set up all the XVM and mods. And once you click next, I recommend you do clean install before you do normal install. Clean install will clean up other shits in your resmod folder. So I forgot to mention, always make sure you back up your folders. And basically in this case, you want to back up the res audio folder from your game. I'll show you that later, but for now, do clean install and click next, and that's pretty much it. Simple as that. So pretty simple. Now for the tweaks. So yeah, transition time, because tweaks, you need to have a few tweaks with this game after you do these mods, because it doesn't add the same or act the same way as you set up. So here are the tweaks. And now that we have XVM and mods installed, we need to tweak around with the initial settings because it is not the same as I have it in the game. So here are some tweaks to benefit you the most. So first off, the HARDscope, historically accurate gun sights, whatever they call it, is not the same setup as the way I have it in the game. So here's what you do. You go to ResMods, you go to 0.9.6, you go to GUI, you go to Scaleform, and the HARDscope settings. Now I'll provide you with my copy of this file, which changed the scope of your tanks to the way I have it in the game. But if you want to change it to something else from HARDscope, you have to open this up with the Notepad++. And go down to here where you see a type grid. Change this number around from 1 to 3. So basically 1 stands for Russians, 2 stands for Germans, 3 stands for American/French. So I cannot read Russian, but this is what they said. Change this number here to choose between 1 to 6 of different scopes, or 1 to 7, 1 to 8, one of the which. So change this number around for different scopes. Now the first one, between lines 55 and 59, this is for the third person view of the tank, so crosshairs in the third person view. But there's also another one for the first person view. So go to Control F, go to type grid, and we find. So between lines 185 to 192, this is for the first person view. So change this to 1 at the front and 1 at the grid right here. So basically this will change the gun sights to my own. If you want to have a different one, just change this number or change these two, one of which. So try different combinations, whatever. So you can do this while having the game run. So you can run the game, but after you finish a battle, you can use Alt-Tab and edit this file and save it in order to edit the stuff. But if you don't want to do all this shit, don't want to do all this coding and stuff, you can just download my copy of this file and put it in your folder, and you'll have the same exact crosshairs as me. So alright, after you do all this, you need to change the shadow of the crosshairs. So you need to go to shadow, find next. It's math and science and stuff. So between lines, so right here, as you can see, shadow alpha, you need to change this number. Originally it's at 0. You need to change this to 100. So after you do all this, save, and we're done with the coding. So like I said, if you don't want to do all this, I'll provide you with my copy of this file. So you don't have to do all these shit. So, alright. And now, don't forget, we already have XVM and the different features on the minimap. So basically, you can turn off Wargaming's version because it's not as good. So go to your settings and go to the general tab. You can see the minimap mods or quote-unquote edits for Wargaming themselves. Turn this off. Turn display camera direction line, turn display arc of fire, turn display vehicle markers or server reticle. So turn these off because it's counterintuitive since you already have the XVM and the XVM minimap. So basically all of these will slow you down. So turn them off and turn off the expanded minimap features, turn never. So you don't need it because XVM does it for you. So disabling this parameter can improve game performance, but you already have XVM on, so you don't need it. So turn all of these off. Don't forget. And once you have XVM set up on your game, you have to activate it in order to have the stats show up. So go to mod.xvm.com, go to sign in, and use the same account as your Wargaming's account. So don't panic, it's fine. So here's my account, here's my password. Good luck. Hope you can guess it. It's a long password. So remember me, don't want to do this again. So once you log in, there we go. So after you have this page, you can click activate services. Just click all these buttons, update stats. So this is updated. Okay, you have to go to settings right here and check chance to win, because this is turned off for the normal XVM, and this is basically your win % chance per battle. So make sure you have this checked, and that's pretty much it. So that's all the settings you have. Now once you do all of this, and if you want to put skins into your game, so basically I have a few skins I downloaded from the websites. A few skins doesn't work anymore because the shadings as well as the HD models of the tank will mess up the original skins. So it's not for a few tanks, but the skins I found still work. So I'll provide you with the links or the actual files. So once you download these files, you have a folder like this. So basically the folder will be different types of tanks. So as you can see with my Sherman Fury, I'll show you the picture soon. So basically different tanks with different guns, meshes, and stuff like that. So you have these files for different skins of different tanks. So basically what you do is you copy this vehicle folder, so control copy. You go to your game, you go to ResMod, you go to your 0.9.6, you paste the vehicles folder right here, and that's pretty much it. That's how you change skins for tanks. So basically, as you can see, I changed the skin for the T-32, the T-34 Heavy, the T-30, the T-57 Heavy, the T-69, and the Sherman into the Fury. So I'll demonstrate all the skins right now. And here are the different skins I put into the game. So here's the T-69. So looks pretty nice. I like it. So best machine gun ever. Here's a skin with the T-32, as you already saw with the gameplay, but it looks amazing. So here's one for the T-34. I know, American bias, but I haven't found other skins for other tanks that actually work, so it's not actually American bias, but whatever. Here's the one for the T-57 Heavy. So that looks amazing, balls. And we have one for the T-30. So that looks nice. And finally for the Sherman Fury. Where the hell is the Sherman? So for the EZ-8, it turns into a Fury tank. So yeah, you don't have to buy the Fury. So basically that's pretty much it. And you can find your own skin mods, but remember, it might not work and crash upon startup of the game. So it will never crash. Well, it does crash within the game, but you have to be careful. So just make sure you have to delete it afterwards, because you don't want to have the AFK pending or AFK strike on your channel or on your account. So just be aware when you're trying to test out skin mods. But the skin I'm providing you does work because I've had played with a bunch of games with them, so they do work. So it does make the game look a lot prettier, or make the tanks look a lot prettier. So alright. And lastly, here is how to have your very own personalized 6 cents icon. Now I made my own from Photoshop. Yeah, I'll put the link so you can have it, whatever. But if you want to make your own, here is what you do. You go to Google Image. You go to a picture that you like or something interesting. So Danny Trejo, machete. So yeah, that's an awesome picture. So basically, once you find a good suitable picture, small enough, so that's good enough. So save picture as. You type in 6 cents.png. You go to this and save as type all files. So we save as a PNG file format. You save. You find this picture on your desktop or whatever you saved as. You click copy. You go to your resmod folder. What the hell? Resmod. You go to mods. You go to share resources. Alright. You go to XVM, you go to res, and here is the picture that you paste. So paste it here. So basically copy and replace, and your 6 cents icon will be of Danny Trejo as Machete, or Selena Gomez if you watch my 9.5 mod video. But that's pretty simple, right? So pretty easy. They did change the directories for this picture. So originally it was resmod, XVM, res. That was it. But now it's resmods, mods, shared resources, XVM, and res. So it's a little bit different, but alright. And that's pretty much it for the 9.6 recommended mods and XVM settings video. Now I only demonstrated one sound mod, which is Kriegstreiber's sound mod. You can try Gnomefather's because I know from his reputation it is pretty good mod, but KT just runs a little bit faster, so that's a trade-off. But GF Gnomefather's has more variety to his sound mods, so alright, but you can try them out. But as always, make sure you back up your files before you make any changes to the directories. So that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys learned how to change mods or learned how to install XVM. It's pretty simple. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment below or any questions if you have about the mods or XVM settings. I'll try to help you as best as I can. I'll put the links to everything I mentioned in the description of the video. So exactly the same way I did for the 9.5 mod video, I guess. So everything is the same. So hopefully there's not that much confusion. But thank you guys for watching, as always. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.